so often, the sports hangover touches on mature topics. Discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar. That's Jeremy Garrison. And today, Jeremy, it's the first of our summer edition shows. We have a guest on today, a very special guest, Josh Planos. And you are from many sites. You write all over the internet. Plug a few for us. Tell us where you're from.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm currently stationed in Omaha, Nebraska. Not the most fun city in the world, but I write for Baller Ball, which is on the ESPN True Hoop Network, Fansided, which is a subset of Sports Illustrated, and the Pick and Roll, which is based out of Australia. So probably never going to meet any of my fellow employees there.
Oh, it's the internet. Maybe a little Skype session or something.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Mike, we're doing games and guests this summer, and we're off to a great start because we already have a guest. We're going to play some games.
We got some good games. We haven't played a lot of games this year, and I'm excited to get back to it. But first, before we get into the games, we're going to talk World Cup. I have been gambling a lot on the World Cup, and it's a bad thing, and it's even worse when I win a lot of money and I don't realize it.
Now, before we talk about you winning money, we have to talk about the U.S., Mike, because it turns out our country is more important than you in this particular discussion.
Okay.
We have to talk about the soccer fever sweeping our country. We've never seen the TV ratings, what they've been. We've never seen the crowds of people. Is this here to stay, or is this just once every 4 years?
Well, first, I saw you tweet out that it got the highest rated ratings ever, but then you also said it was without football and NCAA football, right?
It's ESPN's highest rated anything ever, not counting NFL or college football, which is still pretty good.
It's good, but it's really taking it away. It's like, well, we're the greatest podcast ever except for these three. Something like that. Like you're taking out the top three.
About. Soccer fever is what I want to talk about. It's everywhere.
Josh, are you into soccer right now?
Every 4 years, man.
So that's
same with me.
what it is.
I watched that game. I was there, participating.
Everyone watched it.
I know. I was excited. That's where I won all my money on the U.S. game. Parlayed it with the next day's game, and I won $450. Felt good about
So you did
myself.
Sunday, Monday games. How many bets did you have?
Just one parlay, 5 games, got them all right. $10 bet, won $450, and it's rolling on. I tweeted out the other day, this is my Thursday parlay. If you want to jump aboard, you might not win. I might not win. I have Algeria, Portugal, Belgium, and the U.S. and Germany tying on Thursday. So if you want to jump aboard the bets, find your illegal websites online and do that.
A lot of draws. I'm captivated by the fact that everyone's a soccer expert every 4 years. Not only do we watch it, we're all experts, and we're breaking this down. And I've never sat down and watched an entire soccer match before.
Yeah.
Yet I'm breaking down like the defender made a bad move by not getting back far enough on the game winning or the game tying goal, and it's just very, very interesting. We're all experts.
This is it for us, though. It is true every 4 years we watch soccer, but after this, once the U.S. is out of it, I think this trend is over.
Josh, do you have Germany falling to the U.S. on Thursday?
Well, I guess Landon Donovan the other day came out and said that if both teams really have nothing to gain from the situation, and there's such a thing as they just kind of throw it, and I think that's I'm all for the tie.
Because if they tie, they both advance, so they can do that.
Exactly.
But are they really just going to kick the ball around for an hour and a half? That's a long time just to mess around, right?
They already do that anyways.
Our head coach is German. He's got a relationship with the manager over at Germany, so I don't know.
So I was reading up on this head coach because he is from Germany. He was not only from Germany, he's a German star in the World Cup in the past. He's coached Germany before, and now he's coaching the U.S. It seems a little fishy to me, but
it does.
He raised his kids in California, and his wife is American, so I think we can allow this to continue.
I guess. All right, let's play. This is our first game of the summer, Jeremy. We're gonna play Guess That Tweet.
Oh, it's back.
It's back. Okay. So here is the tweet. All right, Josh. Now you haven't played this before. You might have heard it, seen it play. Basically, I grabbed a tweet from the internet from a famous person, and all you have to do is guess who tweeted it. Pretty simple.
Yeah. There's no mystery.
All right, here's the tweet. Home sweet home. The countdown is real. Is it A, Lala, Carmelo's wife? Is it LeBron's wife?
I thought we were talking about soccer.
No. We're phasing into something else here. Or is it Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade's wife or girlfriend or whatever they are? Now I'll read the tweet again. Home sweet home. The countdown is real. Josh, since you're the guest.
You're our guest, yeah, please.
You can go first.
Gabrielle Union's home is Omaha, and she's always talking about it on Twitter. So I'm gonna go with her just because maybe I'll get a chance to see her.
Okay, I like it. Jeremy,
That'd be the most welcome sight you've ever seen in Omaha. I'm gonna say LeBron's wife, because I want this pot stirred. I want him going back to Cleveland.
Jeremy, you are correct. This actually wasn't a tweet. I guess she Instagrammed it and it kind of went to Twitter. But
guess that Instagram.
You won it, Jeremy. It was LeBron's wife. I guess today the news broke that I guess he's doing the option.
He opted out, which we all knew he would opt out. We have a basketball expert, Josh. I want to defer to you on the LeBron opting out. What does this mean in the long run? Anything at all?
I don't think it means anything. Pat Riley came out and said that he expected it the whole time, and Pat Riley's like the principal loyalist. So I think if Pat Riley's okay with you testing the waters, then you can do whatever the hell you want.
But
Pat Riley's good people.
It seems like a lot of people. So Carmelo, he's opting out too, right?
Yeah.
So we have Carmelo, LeBron. What about Wade and Bosh?
It's a big week. Before we get to your predictions,
I have so many questions.
I know you have games to play. I have a game I want to play. So it's a big week in the NBA,
Another
Mike.
game.
We have free agency. We have the NBA draft. Okay. So it's a new game. It's a really catchy title. It's called Where's He Going?
Okay.
Where's he going? And I'm going to ask you guys where he's going.
Okay.
A series of players, and we're going to start with LeBron. And it'll be a domino effect because wherever LeBron goes, whether he stays in Miami or goes somewhere else, it's going to affect all the other movers and shakers.
Of course.
So let's start with LeBron. Where's he going?
Josh, go for it. Where's he going?
I think he's staying in Miami, but if he leaves, I say Houston.
Okay. I like that. I kind of want him to come over here. I'm saying he's going to the Clippers.
That's impossible. That's not an option.
I'm saying it's
at least say the Lakers. That's somewhat plausible.
I'm going to say the Clippers. I'm saying he's going to the Clippers.
I want to follow up there, Josh. He goes to Houston. Who leaves Houston to allow LeBron to come in? They can't keep that whole core, right?
Right. And they got rid of Chandler Parsons, almost immediately after Damian Lillard buried that three in his face. So that was kind of interesting. But they're probably going to ship off Omer Asik. They have a ton of cap space, so what they have in terms of money, I don't think can be matched by any other team.
That'd be crazy to have Dwight, LeBron, James Harden. I mean, that's crazy. And then Jeremy Lin, who kind of fell off the map this year, but still, that's a big three. That's really impressive. I'd like to see that.
I like it.
I think LeBron's going to Cleveland, just a side note. All right, next up on our Where's He Going?
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony, you mentioned him, Mike. I don't think he goes back to the Knicks. Where's he going?
I say he goes back to the Knicks because he gets like $25 million more than anywhere else. Follow the money. They get $126 million on that contract. Can't get that anywhere else. I say he stays there. Josh?
I think he goes to the Bulls.
Okay.
I don't know how he's going to be able to walk away from $50 million, which is what he'd be given up to if he were to go to Chicago rather than New York. But like you said, it'll be interesting to see, if he's going to be able to part ways with money. I mean, he's pretty set for the rest of his life. So if he wants to win a championship, I guess now's the time.
And the Bulls are definitely the most likely destination for Carmelo. I think we can agree on that.
I mean, is that where? I mean, are they going to add anybody else there, or is it just going to be Carmelo?
We'll have D Rose if he's ever going to play basketball again. He's going to play for the Bulls.
Seems like he's always hurt. Does that mean then Wade goes up to Chicago and plays there too?
I mean, he's from Chicago. He's due like $20 million, 44 in the next 2 years. So like, back to Miami, if Miami wants to, keep their core intact, then him and Bosh both have to significantly restructure their contracts. The Bulls could use him. Wade, that is, but I think they're going after Aaron Aflalo, who's like a poor man's Dwayne Wade, so probably just settle with him and go from there.
It seems like everybody else is making money everywhere else, but I mean, obviously they're making a lot of money in the NBA with their contracts, but it seems like they can make so much more outside of the NBA, and this is just like a stepping stone to get these contracts with Samsung and Nike and Adidas or whoever it is. So really, I feel like anybody could take a pay cut, start a superstar team, have LeBron, Carmelo, Wade, Bosh, have the whole crew together, Kevin Love, wherever they want to go, and just put them all together. They all take pay cuts, and they win championships for 5 years in a row. And then they just go their ways.
I want to get to Kevin Love, but Dwayne Wade for a second. He can screw up the whole situation in Miami by opting into his contract and collecting that $40-some million in the next 2 years. I think if he does that and makes a selfish move, LeBron will not return to Miami. Then Chris Bosh is all up in the air. So Dwayne Wade is kind of holding the keys to the car there. It's very interesting.
I like it.
Puppet master. All right, so we know where Wade's going. Chris Bosh, where is he going?
I have no idea.
Remember Mars? We talked about that.
You said Mars.
Josh, what do you think? Does he stay in Miami?
I'm just going to keep playing the Miami card. Yeah, I think they keep their three there. Back to what you said earlier, though, I think that's interesting. Like LeBron, in a way, moved the ball into Wade's court. Basically said, if you want to keep, me and Chris here, then like you're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to, take the pay you earn, and that's probably around like 10 to 15 versus 20. He's got the Dove, campaign going for him. So like he's totally fine on, sleek skin and good money.
Bold and beautiful. It's the way to go. All right, we've got two more in our game show right now. Where is he going?
All right.
Kevin Love is on the trade block. He looks like he will not go back to Minnesota. He could be using a draft day trade right this week. We'll start with you, Mike. Where is he going?
I mean, the only thing I've heard is he could be going to the Golden State Warriors.
That's a strong possibility.
I don't know where else he could go, but
Could the Bulls be in play? I don't know. We'll defer to the expert.
I mean, the Bulls don't have nearly enough money unless he wants to come play for, like McDonald's gift cards. I think he's going to either go to, Houston or someplace that has some chance, which I think is just Houston.
Now,
Minnesota,
why does
and
Houston
Golden
have
State.
so much cash?
Yeah,
They have
where'd they get all
Dwight,
this money?
Harden. They have all these guys. Where's the cash coming?
I couldn't tell you. Like last year, they basically took a bunch of people off their books, and they got Jeremy Lin to restructure his deal. I don't think they signed Howard for that much money. I mean, for as much as the Dwight Mayer kind of took over the country, they basically signed him to a reasonable price. Yeah.
Now, I mean, is there a possibility that Carmelo, like LeBron or anybody else with Kevin Love could go to Houston as a deal? Would Houston get two big players there, or is it just they get one huge guy and that's it?
I think they've got enough for one huge guy.
Interesting. One more in our where is he going? No love for Cleveland. I'm disappointed in both of you so far. They're empty-handed. Jabari Parker, maybe the number one pick in the overall draft. He's a small forward from Duke. He plays the same position as LeBron. You would think if the Cavaliers take him at number one overall, they're not in the LeBron sweepstakes at all at that point. Jabari Parker, where's he going?
I mean, Jeremy, it sounds like you want him to be going to Cleveland unless Cleveland really wants LeBron. So do they draft him and then trade him to try to get a little money?
Possibly. I mean, if Cleveland takes him, they're not going to get LeBron. If Cleveland goes with Andrew Wiggins, who doesn't play the small forward position, there's a lot better chance that Cleveland ends up with LeBron, in my opinion.
Josh,
Yeah.
we refer to you.
Everything I've heard is that Parker went to Cleveland and basically tanked his workout, acted like he didn't want to be there. Just kind of whatevered it, which is probably the worst thing you could do going into the draft. But Philadelphia is hell bent on getting Wiggins, so I think that now basically Wiggins will go number one. Philadelphia is going to try and trade up, and we'll see if that happens.
Nice,
interesting.
Jeremy,
so,
is your game over? Can I move on from?
My game is over. I just want to say one more.
Tell me.
Game show, right? I just want to say LeBron's going to Cleveland. He's going back to Cleveland.
He's going back.
That's just, I have a feeling.
Okay.
I think Wade's going to screw everything up in Miami. LeBron's going to get pissed and dump out. There's no real place for him. I think Houston has, if it's possible, too many stars, and he's not going to get the ball enough, especially with a pure scorer like James Harden. And then all of a sudden, it's not the same situation as a decision. He doesn't have all these teams to pick from. There's not as many good teams out there. You can build something in Cleveland. If Cleveland can get like an Andrew Wiggins, LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, all of a sudden you can win a championship in Cleveland.
That's true, but I think LeBron wants to go somewhere and win again. Going to Cleveland seems like rebuilding, taking a year or two to try to get it going. You want to go somewhere where it's oh, Kobe's here? I'm sure we could do something with this. You want to win.
Depends on who's around him. Yeah. If you get Kevin Love in there, it's a different situation. And LeBron and Manziel in the same city.
It's huge for Cleveland.
Huge.
All right, let's get some. This is new, Jeremy. Little headlines from last week.
Is this a John Oliver segment?
In a way. I saw Tiger Woods. He's coming back. Is he gonna win
He's
again?
back this week. He won't win this week. He's just testing the back out this week. It's his own event. He wouldn't be playing this week if it wasn't the Tiger Woods charity involved here. Look for him in the British Open in just 2 weeks in Royal Liverpool, and he has a great chance to win there if he's healthy.
Okay. Also, our favorite player that's no longer in the NFL, Chad Johnson, officially went up north to Canada, playing the CFL. You can see him there, all his talents. I don't know how old he is now, like 37? I'm going to look it up. You guys talk.
You look it up. It wasn't that long ago he was on the Patriots. I think we're all happy that he's not in the NFL any longer, right, Josh?
Yeah, I didn't even know Chad Johnson migrated north. So
yeah, he's 36, guys.
As good as mine.
He's not that old, but he's too old to be in the NFL.
Remember didn't the Patriots sign him?
Yeah, the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots.
And he did nothing for them at all. He wasted a whole season there, and that was it.
Well, then he also was on Hard Knocks with the Dolphins, trying to make that roster like 2 years ago, right? 3 years ago.
And go well.
Time's flying by.
Yep.
And then the last one. This is just for fun. Floyd Mayweather. He dropped $100K at a strip club last week.
Is that news or is that?
That's news. I mean, he's throwing around money. He's rich. What are you gonna do?
Weekend, you know.
It was for DJ Irie's birthday party. I don't even know who DJ Irie is.
I don't know. I feel like he just likes throwing away money. I wish I was a stripper there.
Now, when I was in Vegas last time, Mike, any segue is great here. I saw Floyd. Floyd was there at the same bar club that I was at, and he had many women around him, and he did not spend any money like that there. I would have.
Well, Jeremy, he only needs to spend money when girls are willing to take their clothes off. So inside a bar, they're not going to do that.
They won't do it.
No.
Well, what's super funny was, at least in the video that got leaked, he's making it rain, and none of the strippers are giving him any sort of attention because they're all like turned around and they're trying to pick up the money.
Grabbing dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's throwing $100 bills, I'd be running at the money too.
No, it's a good move though in a strip club because the girls bend down and you get to see another angle that you're not always seeing.
He just kind of looks like the ostracized athlete who just happens to be making it rain. It's like not really the focal.
Josh, thanks for joining the show. You can find your Twitter is J Planos at Twitter, JPLANOS on Twitter. All your websites. Do you want to plug them again?
Baller Ball, Fansided, and the Pick and Roll.
I was doing the pick and roll.
Hang on, before we go, one more thought. You're right in Australia. Isn't Dante Exum from Australia?
He is, immediately after.
Yeah, give us one thing that we don't know about him because I feel like we don't know anything about him.
I don't know who he is.
He's the next Michael Carter Williams. He's enormous. He's 6'6", and he runs point. So I guess if you want, a giant at point guard, then give him a shot. No one knows anything about him, though, because no one's seen him play.
He's a man of mystery going in the draft. You could ask Mike what sport he plays, and you may not know.
I have no idea until you guys start talking about him. I think Giants are good for football and basketball. All right, if you want to check us out, go to youtube.com/Sports Hangover. We're on Twitter @TSH Podcast. And anything else, Jeremy?
I think that's it. Make sure you interact with us on Twitter and come back next week because we have guests and games all summer long.
I like it. If we don't get arrested or molested or views, we'll be back next week.